Loughlingborough. There was never a thought of switching the game to Yorkshire. There was never a chance of ticket prices being increased, because this is the club that Max built. 6.5 years ago, multi-millionaire Max Griggs merged two local non-league teams to form Rushden and Diamonds. League status is the ultimate objective, but with Nen Park full for the first time, this is the biggest day in his young club's history, a vision fulfilled. The Rushden team lacks 4 regulars through injury, including the club's record scorer Darren Collins, and Colin West, the former Sunderland and Rangers striker, is suspended. 9 of the 11 have played league football. Adrian Foster has scored 13 goals in 13 games this season, and Ian Foyer, signed only last week, is a 6'7" American international who used to play for Luton. Leeds are defenceless, or at least they're without Radaby, Molinar and Heedon, all injured, and Weatherall suspended. David Batty is also missing, so Haaland and Hart are required to play out of position, and there are rare starts for Clyde Vinehart and Danny Granville. Teammates in Arsenal's 1979 Cup-winning team, Brian Talbot and David O'Leary, now find themselves in cordial opposition. The referee is Steve Dunn from Bristol, who has officiated here before, a first-round tie 3 years ago when Rushden lost to Cardiff City. The weather is typical of so many third-round days of years gone by. Cool, bright and crisp at kick-off. Only 6 times since the war have non-league opposition beaten a side from the top flight. That's the size of Rushden's task, and within 10 seconds they have a corner kick conceded by Gunnar Haller. John Hampshire, formerly of Chelsea and Fulham, helping to win this early corner. All the Rushden players are full-time professionals. In fact, they have a squad of 27 plus 15 YTS men to choose from. And the flick on, and the header off the line. It was Foster who got to it, and David Hopkin, who was standing right by the post. And Rushden and Diamonds a whisker away from opening the scoring inside a minute of play. They have been working hard on set pieces throughout the past week to 10 days. And in fact, it was the post rather than Hopkin. It was that close. Woodgate allowed to carry the ball a long way forward. This is dangerous. It's Vinehart off the post, and here's Granville and Hopkin, and away by Hampshire. So both sides now have struck the post. And Rushden were fortunate to escape. It stemmed from the fact that they allowed Woodgate so much time to essay his way forward, and then subsequently allowed Vinehart to escape inside the box. Granville, Hasselbank, Granville, oh, Wooding was a little leaden-footed. Vinehart's gone to the near post, Hopkin beyond, and Foyer tipped it over the bar. It's a good job he is 6'7". In his time at Luton, we became used to seeing this giant of a man make saves that other goalkeepers wouldn't physically have been able to. And that time he got to Danny Granville's effort. Brian Talbot has been in charge here for just under 2 years. Considerable Leeds pressure now being exerted. Haller, Cure. Plenty of pointing and shouting and waving from the Leeds players. Hasselbank, good save. Hopkin couldn't direct the header goalwards. And Foyer was down very swiftly to his right. Hopkin. Another one with considerable swing on it. On by Woodgate to Vinehart. Another good save by Ian Foyer, who effectively is playing for his future here this afternoon. He's over at Rushden for 3 months from the US Major League, but desperately wants to move back to an English League club. And here he is in a very useful shop window. Vinehart. Kuehl might even try and curl one in himself. He has! Well, it was only just the wrong side of the post. Could see what was in his mind from the moment he received the ball. previously unheard of player can really make a name for himself. Hampshire's throw. Rodwell's flick. And it landed on top of the net, in fact, with Martin's hand and Woodgate's head beneath the net, ready to keep it out. Jim Rodwell's flick on. Again, Rushden showing that they do carry a considerable threat. Heggs, Butterworth. Heggs and Butterworth got in one another's way. It's well played, though, by Butterworth. Oh, and tipped over by Martin. Well, it's turning into a strange afternoon for the Leeds keeper. Just occasionally, he really has to extend himself. But in between, there's been plenty of Leeds pressure at the other end. Foster. Nothing if not persistent. He felt he was caught by Hopkins' arm in the face. That is a free kick, and Woodgate's going to be booked for upending Mikel de Souza. Came in from the wrong side, but then lifted a leg after he'd fallen to make sure that de Souza went no further. Wooding with the free kick. And here's Foster! Oh! Well, it was a presentable chance. And on the basis that Rushden aren't going to get too many of them, it's one that he would have hoped to have connected rather more cleanly with. Well, this third round tie is following the script that Rushden would have written had they had the choice. And indeed, it could have been embellished had they managed to force the ball into the net rather than against the post inside the first minute of the game, when Adrian Foster had a header from a corner that rebounded from an upright. At the other end, Weinhardt's shot hit a post for Leeds. Foyer made a couple of good saves, and Butterworth had that venomous shot tipped over the bar. But Adrian Foster has come as close as anyone to a goal, and at half-time the possibilities remain of an upset. Rushden and Diamonds 0, Leeds United 0. The most expensive ticket that anyone could buy for this game cost only £7.50, and whatever unfolds in the ensuing 45 minutes, I think everyone already has had their money's worth. Weinhardt with the shot that didn't really trouble Ian Foyer in the Rushden goal. Weinhardt, whose shots against the post in the first half was as close as Leeds came. Rodwell lunged, couldn't make it. This is Kewell with Hopkin making a run. Still Harry Kewell. Good save by Foyer. Not for the first time this afternoon. His trailing leg kept the ball out. But this is Bowyer. Hopkin tried to curl it. Well, it's going to have to be a good effort to beat Ian Foyer this afternoon. That much has now become clear. This is his chance to earn a move. He says he regrets leaving Luton and going back to the US Major League. And he wants to come home, and surely somebody out there will take him. Hart. Arms held aloft in the middle, but this is Harry Kewell. And here's Hopkin. Hasselbank, no power. No time to think, and no time either to place the ball wide of Foyer. He's had better days. He hasn't had too many. Not better than this. Foster. Hampshire. Mikel de Souza taken it wide. And from that angle it was always unlikely he'd beat Martin. De Souza's second touch just took the ball away from goal. Didn't do him too many favours. Hasselbank. Weinhardt. Oh, here's Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who's onside. Keeper is spread-eagled. Kewell, keeper got a touch to it. Well, Ian Foyer is having one of those inspired FA Cup afternoons, so beloved of non-league goalkeepers, the length and breadth of the land. And so far, he and his colleagues are thwarting Leeds United. Two spiky midfielders together, he and Bowyer. That's nice play by Underwood, and he showed too much of it to Woodgate, and that's a foul. And Woodgate, who's already been booked, could be in difficulties here, because Steve Dunn's first motion was to reach for his pocket. It's a second yellow card, followed by the red, and Leeds must play out the remaining quarter of an hour, plus injury time, with only 10 men. Jonathan Woodgate, the teenager, sent off for the first time in his senior career for his second bookable offence. That foul on Paul Underwood. Hampshire. Oh, Bowyer just lashed out a little, but now Rushden can break with the Sousa. And he has support. This is Carl Heggs. Well, maybe he didn't need to shoot quite so early, and that was a shoulder charge by Heggs. And Leeds have the free kick. John Hampshire is down for Rushden after that tangle with Lee Bowyer. After the ball had gone, he stood on the back of Hampshire's calf, and it looked deliberate. McElhatton, nice feint. De Sousa, two in the penalty area. Well, Foster couldn't quite get there, and the header behind by Haller, showing the signs of raggedness that will encourage Rushden and Diamond still further. John Hampshire to take the corner kick. It's not a bad one either. Foster! Well, at first sight, that seemed like just the sort of chance that he would dream about, and it almost hit him on the shoulder. Couldn't arch his neck round sufficiently. But the whistle goes. A notable achievement for Brian Talbot and Rushden and Diamonds. Vindication of the immense financial backing of the chief benefactor and chairman, Max Griggs. He said that if Rushden achieved a significant result, a draw or a win, there would be a tear in the corner of his eye. And he can be excused a few tears this evening, because the dream is rapidly becoming reality for this remarkable club. And Rushden and Diamond's name will go into the fourth round draw for this year's FA Cup. It's finished Rushden and Diamonds 0, Leeds United 0. Well, Brian Talbot, David O'Leary, erstwhile teammates, 20-odd years ago, and today rivals. Still friends, Brian?
Definitely. Good cup tie and thoroughly enjoyed it.
What about you, David? What will you remember from your visit to Rushden and Diamonds? Because it was a terrific game.
Terrific game. They're a wonderful club. The facilities are fantastic, and the way they conducted themselves up to the run up to this game, with their comments in the papers and the way they treated us, is excellent. It's a credit. And long may. Let's hope they get into the league as soon as possible.
And what about their team? I mean, you've talked about the facilities. The team gave you one or two worries today.
I knew they would. You know, I'm not trying to make any excuses, but I knew, particularly with the centre halves we had out, that was going to be a battle here for us. And I certainly didn't need to lose my only recognised centre half during the game. So it was always going to be tough after that. And I'm delighted to take them back to Ellen Road.
Now, it's a very difficult gap to bridge, isn't it? Non-league, with respect to the conference, albeit third in the conference, and fifth in the Premiership, a gap of 90 places, I think, on the league ladder. How close did you feel you came, Brian, to actually putting Leeds out today?
Well, I thought my boys did very well. I thought first half, they would maybe shaded the first half, definitely with possession of the play. But I thought second half we got into the game, we got more of the ball, and obviously in the last 10 minutes when they only had 10 men, I did really feel we had a good chance to win it. And I was disappointed when Fozzie put that one over the bar from a free header from a corner. But there, I couldn't ask no more from my players, and I thought we bridged the gap very well.
And you hit the post inside a minute through Adrian Foster.
Yeah, it was a near post flick on, and I think Fozzie was surprised to get it. It came all of a sudden, and it was bad luck. But they had one or two chances as well, to be fair. So overall, it was a great game, and we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Is it game over now, having failed to win here, or is it still very much game on?
I think it's game on. I mean, I don't think they expect us to be that good. It's going to be tough at Ellen Road. I mean, it's a daunting place. There'll be 30,000 there, but we've got to enjoy the day. We've got to go there, and if we can play the same way today, there's no reason why we shouldn't get a result. And if I can put one away.
This is an extraordinary club, isn't it? I mean, you've done the rounds of the league and non-league as well. What's it like to be a Diamond?
It's tremendous. The chairman's superb. He's done a great job, as you can see. Like I said, I've played in the league, but I think this is probably the best club I've been at. The spirit's superb. The chairman's looking to do so many things for the club, and the only thing to do now really is we've got to get in the league.
And when you watch Match of the Day tonight, assuming that you do, and that cross is coming in, will you actually head it into the net?
I think it'll go in this time. Actually, I don't think I'll watch it. I'll let my wife to look at it, and she can tell me if I should have scored or not.
Well, Mr. Chairman, what a day.
What a day, fantastic. Lovely result for us back at Ellen Road next Tuesday, brilliant.
Your best day involved in football?
I think it's got to be the best day. I mean, it's been a big game for us and we've come through good, so I've got to say, yeah, this is the big game and the one we've really enjoyed. It's great.
You told me during the week that if you won it in the last minute, there'd be a tear in the corner of your eye. Was there a tear anyway?
No, I was very proud at the end that we finished up with a draw. I was very proud with that. And I'd settle for a draw at the start, and that's what we got at the end, and I'm very happy with it.